Kia ora. If you're down on the South Island, the forecast for you is pretty much fine till Thursday. On the North Island, it's a little bit more of a complex story. This area of low pressure is keeping things fairly active and wet across the far northern parts of New Zealand today. And as we head through the rest of the afternoon for Tuesday, we'll find that heavy rainfall feeding in towards the Coromandel, perhaps those western parts of the Bay of Plenty. And as we head towards the end of the day and in towards Wednesday morning, those easterly winds will push that rain in towards Gisborne and Tairafti as well. An improving story up through Northland, but generally I think still some more wet weather to come for the first part of the afternoon. Through the evening time, we'll find that rain continues to feed in, being driven in by those strong gusty easterly winds in towards Tairafti and perhaps in towards Hawke's Bay. An improving story out towards the west, and you can see down across those southern parts of the North Island, places like Wanganui, southern Taranaki and down towards Wellington. Well, it's not a bad looking day at all. And for the South Island, well, plenty of clear, dry weather as we head through the night time as well. But where we have this wet weather, we've also got some heavy rain warnings, particularly for places like Gisborne and Tairafti and across towards the Coromandel, where we could find 80 to 100 millimetres of rainfall between now and the very first part of Wednesday morning. We'll keep hold of that warning up across Northland to about 2 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon, and a watch for Auckland and Great Barrier Island until about 5 p.m. and still rather blustery there, at least for the first part of the afternoon as well. But the focus shifts towards the Coromandel and towards Tairafti by the time we head towards the end of the day today and those very early parts of Wednesday morning. For Wednesday itself, you can see the low pressure is close by, continues with that onshore feed of air around these eastern parts of the North Island. Some showers to watch out for through the afternoon from Northland down towards Auckland, perhaps even towards Waikato. But I think for places like Taranaki, Wanganui, down towards Manawatu and the Kapiti Coast, it's a fine, dry looking day, and thankfully for Wellington, a decent one for you too. And as I was saying, for the majority of the South Island, it's a fine looking day. Areas of cloud to watch out for, and perhaps that next feature running closer towards us by the end of the day. But for most of us, a dry, fine day on the South Island. Let's start with the North Island. We have got this wet weather around these eastern areas. That warning runs through to the morning on Wednesday for Tairafti and Gisborne. The heaviest rainfall north of Gisborne City, but it is looking like a good onshore feed of air, so more cloud through there. A bit more in the way of patchy morning cloud through parts of the Bay of Plenty. That will break up and clear away. You can see we've got these isolated showers forming around the coastal parts and those eastern coasts of Northland, down perhaps through Auckland City, more likely out towards the Waitakere Range and down towards parts of Waikato as well. But they are still showers, mainly for that afternoon affair. And down towards the southern parts of our patch, Wanganui and down towards Wellington, things look to be staying dry. And in fact, I think Wanganui could be in one of the warmest spots. 27 degrees Celsius at top temperature for you, very similar to what we'll find in Hamilton as well, 27, and I think better chance of catching a shower in Hamilton. 25 for Wellington, a fine looking day for you as well. Down on the South Island, well, for many of us it's a pretty decent day. There will be a bit of an early morning cloud around, just to clear away from the likes of, say, Christchurch and perhaps even down towards Dunedin, perhaps a bit of a low cloud there. That breaks up and clears away, gives us some decent spells of sunshine through the afternoon. There will be these isolated showers springing up if you're heading up in towards the high country. But for most of us, it's a fine, dry, sunny looking day. A touch more cloud returns to Fiordland later on, and that rain is pushing closer towards us. But I think if you're looking for temperatures, the South Island is the place to be. 28 degrees Celsius in Queenstown, perhaps even a little bit higher for Wanaka as we head through the afternoon. As we head through Thursday, though, we will find that the next front pushes up, this time from the south. An improving story for that eastern coast of the North Island. Rain, though, moves in towards Fiordland, Westland, Southland and Otago as we head through the daytime. The front does weaken as it runs up towards, say, Buller and in towards Canterbury. But for the North Island, I think other than a bit of cloud arriving late in the day, it's a dry look-in at Thursday. But for the South Island, that rain is moving northwards, followed by a bit of a cool change as we head through the afternoon on Thursday. That's it from me. Thanks very much for watching. You can always find the latest forecasts over at metservice.com.